Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, usually I sit here for my morning video and things, but and I'm usually, investigating over here on the other side of my studio, my sports desk and stuff. But I just had to move over here. I had to move over here because I literally could not believe what I just heard from Speak for Yourself. I'm hoping that the YouTube gods have mercy on me, because this has got to be something to be seen to believe. I literally just can't believe this. After all of the discussion about Dak Prescott and the long-term deal and everything else, that he shouldn't get one, it'll hamstring your team. You can't win if you pay a quarterback more than 13% of your deal. And I've said the Cowboys need to hurry up and get Dak's done, because the floodgates are going to open up. Teams realize the salary cap's about to explode. It's better off signing guys this year than next year. We know that Josh Allen is due for getting paid. We know that Lamar Jackson is due to get played, and both of those teams said they're going to work on it. And we even heard that the Browns are ready to do a deal for Baker Mayfield. And so, as we have been wondering about Dak Prescott and so on, about, is Dak Prescott the guy? Is Dak Prescott worthy of getting a contract? Should the Cowboys do it? Will it screw him if they sign him? Will it hamstring him from the future? You can't pay a quarterback that much. Okay, but now let's look at other quarterbacks. Let's get similar situations. Most of the talking heads out there will say Dak shouldn't get paid. Well, let's go and hear what they say on Speak for Yourself about Baker Mayfield, who did get his team to the playoffs this year, be it with some help.
Turn to Baker Mayfield this offseason?
Man, absolutely. The Browns need to open up their eyes and realize exactly what they have.
Open up your eyes and realize that you'll never see the pig.
What's that?
God, you are young.
Whose song is that?
Tupac. Okay. Oh, now you feel bad. Okay. 3 movies you don't know and Tupac.
No, here's the thing, bro. Again, I grew up in a Nigerian household, okay? We weren't bumping Tupac. My mom and dad came from Nigeria in about the late 70s, early 80s. They were bumping Voice of the Cross. That's more true story. They were. Anyway.
I told listen to over there.
The Browns need to wake up and realize who and what they have in Baker. So I'm going to just cut to the chase, save y'all all the shenanigans. I was drafted to Cleveland. I lived in Cleveland. I lived in Brea, Ohio, 76 Lou Grosso Boulevard, the Browns facility. It is hard to win in Cleveland. I speak from experience knowing that. You have your experience of being a dominant pass rusher, a dominant player, very highly paid. No. That would not have.
That's why I'm here right now. That's why I'm sitting here.
I speak from experience. Yo, it's hard to win there. Browns fans, let me tell you what Baker Mayfield has done. Baker's won 11 games. First time a quarterback has won 11 games for the Browns since 1986. Baker Mayfield took y'all to a playoff game since what? 2002. Baker Mayfield won a playoff game for y'all. Let me put in perspective what Baker Mayfield has done for the Browns. Marcellus, I refuse to believe that all these Browns quarterbacks have been sorry over the course of the years. I refuse to believe that Robert Griffin, who started some games for the Browns, is sorry. Why? Because I played against RG3 in college. I refuse to believe that Brandon Weeden, who was drafted in the first round, was sorry. Because why? I played against Brandon Weeden in college. Then I saw him in Cleveland the very next year. I refuse to believe that.
Wait a minute. We saw Brandon Weeden. He was sorry. Maybe Ocho? Maybe you were sorry.
Colt McCoy, Tim Couch, all these dudes were sorry. So what is going on in Cleveland? It's hard to win in Cleveland.
Maybe they just get sorry players.
I understand that in Cleveland, you got to grade cats on the curve.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
You better.
Let me tell you why.
It's a fail class.
Whoa.
You chuckle, but I'm about to slap you with facts.
Grading on a curve. Okay.
I love what my dog Healy said one time. He said, it's all about wins above replacement.
That was big.
It's big to me.
That saved you one argument.
I needed it. Throw me a light, Raph. Wins above replacement.
That's big.
What are you doing versus a person you replaced in? Okay, so let's stay in division.
Okay, hold up. So if you're replacing trash, that makes you a great quarterback. Okay, I got it. Let's go on.
First, Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is doing his thing.
Yes.
30-7 as a starter. My goodness. But before Lamar Jackson, Joe Flacco still brought him a Super Bowl. He was 10-5 in the playoffs. So Lamar Jackson above replacement is actually not as impressive as we think. Okay.
What kind of bullshit is this? What kind of seriously? Okay, go on.
Bump that. Let's go to Dallas. Let's head down south. Dak Prescott prior to this season tied for the second most wins. But wait a second. Dak's win percentage is 60%. Tony Romo's was 61%. Dak is 1-2 in the playoffs. Romo was 2-4 in the playoffs. So above replacement.
Okay. For those of you who are mentally challenged, like Ocho, 2-4 and 1-2, it's the same percentage. The exact same. Romo had a longer career, twice as long as Dak Prescott. So technically, it's really about the same. Just saying.
Dak Prescott, Marcellus, actually isn't that impressive. Wait, Lamar Jackson above replacement actually isn't that impressive. But Baker Mayfield above replacement or replacements, because no quarterback in Cleveland has started 2 consecutive seasons since the late 70s. Baker Mayfield
this is literally what's called pulling it out your ass.
The latter, too. So we have to put respect on his name, and the Browns should commit to Baker.
Man, they better not commit to Baker Mayfield, giving me these college
Give it to him.
comps.
Give it to him, my
Did you
man.
play against Manziel in college? How'd that look?
I didn't.
Okay, because, boy, I don't give a damn what you did at the collegiate level. It matters at the NFL level, and it's a level playing field. You act like the atmosphere is different in Cleveland. Like
It is.
Boy, I played for 4 different teams, and if you got the ballers, you're going to put up numbers. I played for Jacksonville. Historically, probably a bad franchise, especially of late. Jacksonville was just in the AFC Championship game. You know why? Because they balled that year. All you got to do is ball, and Baker Mayfield is not a consistent baller.
Talk to me.
Let's be real. Baker Mayfield, he needs more time to bake, like in the oven. All right, right now, let's open up the oven. Still a little too runny as a running game. Number 3 running game, but number 24 passing game. Baker Mayfield, not good enough. The only thing you consistent at being is inconsistent. This is why you shouldn't commit long-term to Baker Mayfield. Be prudent, as the article said, and give him another year to see if he can support a good year with another good year. Let's talk about other quarterbacks that recently received long-term extensions. The names are Carson Wentz, the names of Jared Goff, the names of a Deshaun Watson, guys who've gotten long-term extensions. Do you know that Baker Mayfield has a lower winning percentage, lower completion percentage, fewer passing yards per game, lower passer rating, and more interceptions than any of those quarterbacks? Okay, you're saying that's too high a bar because you like to grade on the curve. Let's go to your class, fail class. Let's talk about the guys who didn't get long-term extensions. I don't know. Mitch Trubisky. Damn it. Do you know that Baker Mayfield has a worse winning percentage than even Mitch Trubisky had in his first 3 seasons with the Bears? Yuck. Okay, let's talk about somebody else. Marcus Mariota. He's a starter, right? Nope. Identical completion percentage and passer rating to Marcus Mariota in his first 3 years. Damn it. Give me another one, Marcellus. I shall.
He looked mad. He looked mad.
He started, right? Well, maybe. Nah.
I don't
know. Fewer passing yards and only one fewer interception than Mr. Pick Six himself. Baker Mayfield has not earned it yet, bro. You got to support good with great. And until I can see it consistently, no long-term extension.
I can't let you do this.
Here we go.
I can't let you do.
Check the oven.
Get the shovel so we can shovel this shit.
This experience. Again, I told you, I went to the #1 private school in Texas growing up, St. Mark's School of Texas, from 5th grade to 12th grade. All-boys school. We wore uniform with national merit scholars. True story. The kid in a grade above me won the national spelling bee, Saigon Turi. True story. I'm in a school with a kid who's
What was the word? You remember?
Poco Karante. Poco Karante.
What y'all watching over there?
I'm in a school with a kid who scored a perfect on the SAT and ACT, Jake Vandermeer. So while I'm at St. Mark's, I was perceived to be below average intellectually. I was perceived to be below average educationally. First year, I had a 2.8. Second year, 3.0, 3.2, 3.4. But then all of a sudden, I go to the University of Texas. Not a U, it's just a University of Texas.
It's a state school.
But
you got smarter.
But it's a top 50 50 program now.
Yeah, and it's 50.
No, it's 48. Now, with that being said, Sal, if you just look at how I performed in this isolated atmosphere of St. Mark's, you would be like, oh, Acho ain't no good. Acho an idiot. But let me meander over to another school in the Metroplex. Let me meander over to another school where it's easier to score high grades on.
Oh, my God.
Acho might actually be a genius. The problem is, you're looking at Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, trying to compare him to other players on other franchises in other cities that are more winning organizations. Can you not look at Baker Mayfield and say, yo, you're doing something, Baker, we haven't seen done in 40 years? Let's reward that.
I mean, our clock says no more time because I got notes on notes on notes. I'm going to spare you this moment.
Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. Okay, you know what? If you literally say pay Baker Mayfield after what Wiley put out there for the stats and stuff, I can't. You know what? I just can't. There's no point in even talking to you about it. If you think that Baker Mayfield deserves to get a contract and Dak doesn't, with that crap he literally pulled out his rear end, you got to be kidding me. Come on, man. You are looking at a team that ran 309 yards against the Cowboys, the number 3 ranked rushing attack. Now, it's not that the Browns haven't tried to get players before because, we see them trying to get guys like Trent Richardson. We've seen them trying to get quarterbacks. I get you that you're saying that literally the team has been so bad that Baker Mayfield looks like Joe Montana there. But the grand scheme is he's the big fish in a little pond. If you put him out in the lake or out in the ocean, he's going to get eaten up by the sharks. We're talking about a guy. Let's just go through here with the statistics here real quick. In his 3 years, he's got 75 TDs. 75. It's 25 a year. Okay, that's a good average. Interceptions, he's got 43. 43, that's averaging about 15 interceptions a season. 25 TDs, 15 interceptions. Okay. His pass completion, and don't tell me he didn't have players because he did have Odell Beckham and what's his name from Miami as well to throw with, as well as a running attack, as well as a great defense that gets takeaways. His completion percentage, 61.9. Okay. His yards per completion, 7.4. There's nothing above average in this. Now, I'm not saying that an NFL quarterback does not deserve to get paid. I'm not saying that because there's so few people on this planet who can actually do what they do. Even the worst quarterbacks out there are still part of the top 0.5% of total NFL quarterbacks that exist in the world. It's not easy to become an NFL quarterback. It's not. But if you say that Baker Mayfield deserves the long-term deal because the team has to realize what they're doing because you have to grade on a curve, I'm sorry. Then you definitely say that Dak Prescott should be. So, Acho, you're definitely speaking out of both sides of your mouth. Come on, dude. Really? I'm Mark Holmes, and, well, I just got to keep it real. See you soon.